Hey guys, and welcome back to Coffee with My Sunshine. Today's video is going to be a trash to treasure type video, but before we get into that, I wanted to invite you all who would like to participate in my new series called Using Trash to Create Treasure, where basically all I want you to do is take something that you would normally throw in the trash or recycle, or something somebody else would throw away, and turn it into something new, either something functional or a piece of home decor. Whatever you can think up, I would love to see what you guys create. So my goal for doing this series is to keep more things out of the landfills and maybe give them a second or third life as something else. I think that's really important for us all to do. And personally, I like to decorate our home on a budget. I love seeing things around our home that I've created or that my husband and I have DIY'd together. We love doing that. I just think it's fun, and I think it's really fun to challenge yourself to think outside the box and either make something unique or make like a dupe for something in a store that you've seen. So anyway, I started this challenge or series back in July, where I invited a few of my YouTube friends, and they kind of helped me get this whole thing started. But going forward, I'm going to do this monthly or every other month, depending on how well you guys accept this series. I know a bunch of you really wanted me to start this. It was kind of an overwhelming response. I was so excited because I love doing this sort of thing. But for this month, the month of September, I asked Kat from According to Kat to be my co-host. And I was so excited when she agreed to do this challenge with me. I love her channel. She is so creative and she is just so sweet. If you guys like my channel, I'm sure you will love hers, so be sure to check hers out after you watch this video. So anyway, I will insert a clip of the rules for this challenge. So I would love to see all of you participate in this challenge and put your awesome minds to work in taking trash and turning it into treasure. So here are the rules. They're pretty basic. They're like most other open invite challenges. But number one, all you have to do is use items that you would normally throw away or throw in the recycle bin, or something somebody else would have recycled or thrown away, and turn them into something functional or a home decor piece. Rule number two, mention both of our names and channels in your video. So that would be me, Casey at Coffee with My Sunshine, and my co-host for September is Kat from According to Kat. Number three, list both of our channels and the playlist in your description box, and don't forget to mention the playlist in your video as well. Number four, put the challenge name somewhere in your title, and upload your videos to the playlist on Monday, September 16th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And number five, just have fun with your project. So now on to today's Trash to Treasure video. All I used for this one are some old playing cards, an old vinegar bottle that I rinsed out, obviously, some pieces of scrap fabric, a book page, also an empty box, cardboard box, and some paper. So we're just going to start with the scrap paper that I have here, and that I also found in our craft closet. It was all crumpled up, so I thought it would be perfect for this project. And I saw these flowers on another YouTube channel. I will list them in the description box. She did an amazing job. She did hers really big though, so I'm just kind of toning down the size a little bit because I thought these would be perfect for making your own like gift wrap and stuff like that. So you're just going to start by drawing out flower petals, and you want 3 different sizes. And they don't have to be perfect because you're going to be folding them and rolling them and cutting them. So you won't be able to tell so much. And then for mine, I just folded the pieces of paper so that it would be easier to get duplicates out of. And the size of the folds all depends on the size of the petals that you're doing. And like I said, the YouTube channel that I got this from, she gave all the dimensions and everything if you wanted to do the giant ones like she does. So I'm just cutting 6 pieces of each size petal, like cutting 6 pieces of paper so that I could cut the each petal out of them. So I'm starting with the smallest one, and I'm just going to cut that, and that will give me 6 petals, and then on to the medium and the large ones. And then you want to cut a slit at the bottom because this is where you're going to fold and glue them. And I'm taking these markers that I recently got from Arteza. I will link them in my description box. They're actually blendable markers, so I was really excited to use them and give them a try. And here's the container that they came in so that they stay really nice and neat and organized. They have so many colors. I have like a lot of ideas for these to make different signs and stuff. And I also have a coupon code if you guys are interested. They didn't pay me for doing this. They just sent me them to try them out and show you guys. And I think that looks really cool. It kind of looks like watercolors. But I'm going to have to play around with them and get the blending down a little bit better. But for this, I think that looks really nice. So then you're going to take the stack of 6 and roll them. You can use a pencil or you can just roll them by hand. And then you're going to glue where the slit is and kind of fold over the other side on top, kind of like this. And then you're going to take the petals and glue each of them together to make kind of like a flower shape. And then you're going to repeat the same process as you did for the larger petals. And then glue them into a flower shape, and then you're going to take hot glue and glue them to the larger flower shape after you have rolled them and cut them and glued them. And when you glue down the next layer, you want to kind of stagger them so that they're not even with the first layer. And I was trying to show you the colors that I used, but for some reason I could not get the camera to focus, so I really apologize. But like I said, you can use paint for these or crayons or colored pencils. It doesn't really matter, but I just thought these were really fun to use. And then just attach it to the center of the medium layer and also stagger the petals on that one as well. So here you're just going to fold a piece of paper, and you want, I think it was 3 strips on this. 3 strips like that, and then fold it once. You want them to be kind of thin, and then you're just going to cut slits all along, and this is going to be the center of the flower. Then you're going to separate them and start rolling them. I glued mine along the way just to make sure it held. And I was kind of bummed because I wanted to color these yellow and I forgot until the end. So then you're going to take the next strip and glue it to the first one. And on with the third, you're going to attach it and do another layer. And it looks like a cute little flower center. So I just took some yellow and just kind of filled in where I could. And then you just take some hot glue and glue it to the center. And I think these turned out so cute. I love them. This one would go on a larger gift box, I think, because what I ended up making was a little bit too small to hold this flower, but I still really like it. And on to our next craft. I just took 2 different chalk paints, white and the color Steel in the Waverly chalk paint, and mix them together because I wanted a really pale light gray. And I'm just taking the playing cards and I'm just going to paint them. I did 2 coats. Obviously I let them dry in between. And this, I'm just, I thought it would be really cute to make them into gift tags, because I don't know about you, but I'm always out when I need them. And I have tons of playing cards that we just don't use anymore. And I think they are the perfect size, and they would be really cute to personalize for the person that you're giving the gift to. So I just used some of the lace and extra fabric that I had. And just, at first I used Mod Podge. It didn't hold as well as I wanted, so I added a little bit of hot glue. And poked some twine through so that I would have something to attach to the package. And then on to the next one, we're taking the cardboard box and vinegar bottle. And I'm just going to cut 2 circles. I use this ribbon just for size. I wanted it to be a little bit smaller than the largest part of the vinegar bottle. And I just cut 2 circles. And now I'm going to cut the vinegar bottle. It was a little bit hard to get started. It's kind of a thicker plastic. And here I'm just going to be making like a little gift box type thing for gift cards, or just like little trinkets or money, or, you know, something small that you're giving to somebody. And I'm taking the round bottom that I cut off because I kind of want like a curved edge. And that's going to be the opening of this little gift box. And after I cut the opening, I just kind of cleaned up the edges so that they were a little bit straighter. And you can use fabric, or I'm going to be using a book page to cover it. But first I'm going to paint it. And then you take the circles that you cut out of cardboard and hot glue. Here you're going to want to use a high heat hot glue to hold. And you're going to glue them to the inside of the plastic vinegar bottle, so that it's kind of like, you know, the end pieces. And you don't want to glue it all the way to the opening, because you still want the opening to put things into. And here I'm just mixing a little bit of brown paint and water, just for like a wood look, and I'm painting the ends. You can do, you know, this is all preference, whatever you like, or whatever you think the person that you're giving it to would like. And then here I just take some of the white chalk paint and do a really rough coat on here, because I wanted it to kind of be like a shabby chic farmhouse type look. And then I'm going to poke 2 holes. The first one is going to go through both layers, the top layer of that flap through the second layer of the actual box. I don't know if I explained that well, but you can see here. And then I'm taking just a mister bottle and spraying my book pages, because that's what I'm going to be covering the gift box with. And then taking a little bit of Mod Podge and coating that. And then putting a layer onto the gift box. Like I said, this is all preference, or whatever you think the person that you're giving the gift to would like. It can be personalized with pictures or drawings or writing. And then after you've attached that, I kind of tucked the page under that little curved part. And I'm going to line it back up and poke the holes again so that I can see them, because I'm going to put a little bit of twine through there as the little holder. You could even sew on a little button or whatever, and that's where you would put the gifts in there. Like I said, that pink flower was a little bit too big, so I made a smaller blue one. And here's the gift tag that I made. I think it turned out really cute. And I just attached it with the twine. And you can even decorate the inside if you want, but I think it's perfect size for just little gifts. And it makes it more personal if you're giving like a gift card or whatever. It's kind of like you put a little bit of extra time into it. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys are planning on joining us in my new Trash to Treasure series. I would love to have you. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!